A new year and more changes to President Trump's immigration policies, including new restrictions. Here's a list of the 7 countries whose residents are now not able to travel to the U.S. The administration saying it is a matter of national security. And it comes as the Trump administration says migrant encounters were less than 130,000 under his watch, compared to more than 1.5 million under the last year of the Biden administration. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live for us in Del Rio, Texas. So, Allie, the Trump administration really continues to reshape U.S. immigration.
Yeah. Hey, Nichole, Happy New Year. And one of the biggest changes that we will likely see in 2026, or that they want to see rather, is full operational control of the southern border. And while we saw those encounter numbers plummeting under the Trump administration, we are still seeing gotaways. Those are people successfully evading law enforcement. We're talking about, on average, 48 individuals, illegal immigrants, every single day are able to successfully evade law enforcement, according to sources. That's roughly 1,500 for the month of December. But when it comes to policy changes, what can we expect to see in 2026? Some of the main ones that we're looking at here is a major shift in the H-1B visa program. That one is coming in February. The Department of Homeland Security ending the so-called random lottery approach, steering visas toward higher paying, highly skilled jobs. The move follows a presidential order adding a $100,000 application fee, with DHS saying the goal is to protect American wages. Officials argue the old system was routinely used to undercut U.S. workers. And for citizenship applications, the test just got a little harder. The new exam doubles the number of oral questions to 20, requires 12 correct answers to pass, removes geography questions, and now mandates naming all 3 branches of government. Border security, their screening also expanding. Under a rule effective December 26, U.S. Customs and Border Protection can now collect facial recognition data from all non-citizens entering and exiting the U.S., including green card holders. This is at airports, land crossings, and seaports. And foreign travelers might soon see deeper vetting before arrival. CBP planning to require 5 years of social media history for applicants using the electronic system for travel authorization, citing national security requirements tied to a 2025 executive order. The administration also introducing a high-priced residency option. I'm sure you've seen this one. President Donald Trump announcing the Trump Gold Card. It's a $1 million program offering expedited lawful permanent residency under EB1 or EB2 status. Trump says the initiative could generate over $100 billion. So we wanted to hear from a retired Border Patrol chief about these policies and hear what he had to say. He's tying them all to national security. Take a listen.
Any visa reform and visa restriction, I think that is very important, at least for now, until we get the national security piece and the immigration piece cleaned up. We absolutely should use every tool, every law at our disposal to investigate fraud and crimes against the United States.
Now, Nichole, another change that we can expect to see here, marriage. It's not an exact green light for a green card. So USCIS is actually going to be going through these green card marriages and actually putting emphasis on what they call cohabitation, saying that just this marriage decree on paper is not enough. They want to see these people living together as well. So that will also play to be a factor in 2026, Nichole.
All right, so yes, a lot of big changes here. We do see these sweeping national immigration changes, but some states are also making some changes.
Yeah, so you could expect Texas to do something very Texas, right? And they are doing their own plays in the Lone Star State as well under SB 8. This is one where they're requiring sheriffs to work with ICE, with federal law enforcement. So here's what's going on. The law mandates sheriffs who operate county jails to enter into 287G agreements. We've been talking about 287G. That is that partnership with ICE. It allows specially trained deputies to verify immigration status and also carry out limited federal enforcement duties inside local jails. Supporters of this measure, they say it strengthens coordination between state and federal authorities. Critics, so say it adds new costs and new responsibility for local law enforcement. But this regulation does apply to just about every Texas county that operates a local jail, Nichole. So we'll see that as well in the Lone Star State, with more Texas law enforcement working with the feds. Nichole.
All right, Allie Bradley live for us there in Texas. Allie, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.